So Frank, we're going to start off that question for you. So the question's going to be, what did you see this as a benefit for your agents coming over?
Okay, so I went through a two-stage process in this transition. One was, is it right for me? I had some issues that needed to be resolved. And once I came to a conclusion that yes, it would solve my short-term and long-term problems, then I had to go into a multiple month vetting process to determine if it was good for my agents. And I was a little slow on the uptake. I didn't understand the rev share, the 7 levels. It was very, very confusing to me. And so I went through several months of many conversations with my sponsors trying to figure all that out. Is this really going to be good for our agents? I had very successfully competed against EXP for several years, saying, well, I've got everything they've got and I charge you less. And I believed that, and I shared it passionately and sincerely and very effectively. But when I started through this multiple month vetting process, I came to understand that I didn't understand the whole EXP value proposition. I had picked out just 1 or 2 pieces and compared myself favorably to those. But when I began seeing everything that EXP offered to their agents, things that I as an independent broker could never provide, then ultimately I felt like I had a moral obligation to share this opportunity with my agents. I had always told them, you're first. I started this company for you. It's all about you. And I knew at that point I was going to have to walk back what I had been telling them all those years if I did not let them know what I learned about EXP. And I'm just talking about the things that are just normal, bread and butter for you who are in the system right now, but the health care was huge. So many of our agents had no options for that. Rev share, I wasn't charging enough to share the money with them, and yet those who actively participate in growing in the organization should share in that. I couldn't give them ownership. I couldn't carve up one little brokerage into 472 pieces and give them all a chunk of it. And yet if I really cared about their long-term financial future, I needed to be giving them equity in the company. Relocation, REO, affinity, it just goes on and on and on. Things that I had always said, I give my agents the best tools and technology and training in the industry, and I absolutely believed that, until I discovered that there were gaps in my value proposition that EXP filled. And it took me a while, but when I came to that conclusion, then it was decision made.